have some background footage of one of my friends doing the Buffalo Wild Wings 12 chicken wings in 6 minutes challenge as the background footage here, because I am discussing the Nintendo Switch and I really don't have any gameplay footage to go with that. If you have suggestions for what I should be putting in the background, gameplay or real life footage, a game you'd like to see us play as the background footage, basketball, football, disc golf, lighters, different games we'll play, just let us know in the comments. I'd really appreciate the feedback because I'm trying to do something different and keep the audience interacted with what I'm doing here. You can see the full audio video of this over on the Other Side YouTube channel, Willard Boys. And other than that, let's just jump into the story, and thank you for your patience as I'm trying to transition, change things up, and keep things interesting here on the video game news show I have, which kind of is and isn't a news show. I'm just going to offer my opinion on this because this is a really low news story. There's not much to it, but it's very important. Nintendo Switch is not backwards compatible. When asked whether or not the Switch can play physical Wii U or 3DS games, a representative from Nintendo responded to IGN with a simple no. That's the end of the story. I mean, listen, so a lot of people are going to be upset and angry about this, and this happens every generation, but I would like to point to a few products that Nintendo has done in the past, which have been pretty damn successful considering, and they still produce great games and great content, though they aren't backwards compatible. So let's look at the Nintendo to Super Nintendo. When the Super Nintendo came out, was not backwards compatible. Yes, you could get something like the Super 8, and you could get a converter to play Super Game Boy, like Game Boy games on Super Game Boy. Cool, right? But it wasn't backwards compatible initially. That's not to say that the Nintendo Switch isn't also going to, in the future, have some games on the marketplace that you're probably going to be able to play with it, because it doesn't lack anything that you wouldn't be able to use. Like, for example, if the Nintendo Switch has Bluetooth to it, like, how could you not just use the Nintendo Wiimotes, or, if it had the same exact connection settings to use a Wiimote with it? You could easily play Wii games, emulate them through the marketplace. Same with the Wii U. Like, you could download versions of Wii U games that are already on the marketplace and again play them because you have the same exact control stylings. Every single controller that conforms to this can emulate those games. So when the Super Nintendo came out, it was very successful. One of the most successful consoles, and in my opinion, like literally the greatest console I've ever played in my life. There's just nothing like playing a 2-player Super Nintendo game with your friends and just having a great time. I love it. It's great. So, looking at the Nintendo 64, though not as successful as the PlayStation due to the fact that it used cartridges, it was still very great. It had great games like Mario 64, Star Fox 64, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Really successful stuff, but again, was not backwards compatible at all with the Super Nintendo. Let's look at GameCube. Again, it gave us Super Smash Bros. Melee, arguably the best Super Smash Bros. There is. I mean, compared to what we have on the Wii U now, yeah, alright, but still, it provided us with games like Metroid Prime, The Wind Waker, really, really great games. Again, not backwards compatible. And then, the Wii backwards compatible, the Wii U backwards compatible with, the Wii. And that's cool. And the same goes for the Game Boys, all the way up to the Nintendo DS, you could pretty much play almost any game on it, And then the DS even did the Game Boy Advance, so really, man, there are some that are backwards compatible, some that are not. And I don't think this spells doom and gloom for Nintendo completely. A lot of people are being very down and dreary about the Nintendo Switch. Oh my god, it doesn't do anything new. Oh my god, it sucks. Listen, what the Nintendo Switch does that is new and innovative is it forces you to always have controllers with you. If you're going to take your Nintendo Switch with you, you have 2 controllers with you no matter what. So if you have friends around you or acquaintances even, let's say you're in a college class, a high school class, you're just dicking around at lunch, you can whip out your 2 controllers and play something. And if they have the same exact games that they have for the Wii U and the Wii right now on the Nintendo eShop, you can get games from back in the day, SNES, NES games, where they're co-op, they're fun, they're simple, they're easy to pick up and play, and that is where this is going to succeed at. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the footage in the background. I ate one of those chicken wings, and I've done this challenge in the past, but that was literally one of the worst things I have ever tasted in my life. It burned my mouth for 5 minutes straight, and that was just after one bite. So give it up for Tom, and make sure to check out Willard Boys, because he really hurt himself doing this. Good on you, Tom. And ladies and gentlemen, this closes out this news story. Hope you guys enjoyed my opinion on it, and I want to hear yours as well. Do you think it will be a failure because it's not backwards compatible, or do you think it will be successful? Let me know your comments, questions, and concerns in the section below, and I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, and God bless.